Right now at 5, union workers at City Brewing Company could choose to strike in May. And a longtime staple of Quick Trip gas stations will no longer be available in stores.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 5.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 5. I'm Emily Brown. Ken is on assignment. Union members working at City Brewing Company voting on whether to authorize a strike. According to a flyer shared with News 8, votes for a potential strike are taking place today and tomorrow. The company plans to shift to a 24/7 production schedule to meet increased demand. That's according to documents shared by a current union member and employee. It means some workers would be scheduled for a 3 to 4 day weeks, 12 hours per shift. One union member says he is in favor of going on a strike.
Just because I feel like they could have at least made it seem like they were going to give us, like meet us in the middle somewhere, but it kind of feels like even worse than it is right now, so.
Now, if the strike authorization is approved, this would be the second brewery strike in the area within a year. Workers at the Chippewa Falls Leinenkugels Brewery went on strike over a month in July over contract negotiations. The union's current contract with City Brewing expires in May. The brewing company says negotiations with the union are underway and they are optimistic a mutually acceptable deal can be reached. News 8 has reached out to Teamsters Local 695 for comment and are waiting on a response. Today, the town of Campbell had a press conference celebrating new funds to fight PFAS contamination. For almost 4 years, residents of French Island have been dealing with the effects of the forever chemical known as PFAS. Today, Congressman Derek Van Orden announced that he was able to secure $2 million in community project funding to support the town of Campbell's new municipal water system project. The project aims to build 2 elevated storage tanks and a new water treatment plant.
This is a health crisis. It's a health crisis, and for the safety of all the people in Campbell and neighboring communities, we've got to put a stop to PFAS being in our community.
The town of Campbell is hoping to have the final engineering design by May of this year. The plan must be then approved by the EPA and the DNR before they're able to break ground. Well, no rain today, but it was still a chilly one. You definitely still need your sweaters out and about, but it looks like we're going to start warming up starting tomorrow, Greg.
We'll start with seeing some warmer temperatures. We may not reach average probably until we get to Friday. That will be when the 50s come around. But it definitely was cold today, and it's still going to be a chilly evening with everyone out there. A few less clouds would go throughout the evening hour, but still just getting down to the 20s with a little bit of a wind chill still around into the teens with that west wind continuing. For La Crosse, too, we'll dip back down just below 30 degrees by 10 p.m. And once again, that wind chill is there in the 20s with a few less clouds. So all in all, it is going to be a cold night. Right now, the wind chills are from the teens to the low 20s. A little warmer as you go further south. We've had a little bit more sun, too, going on. Radar, a few actually snow showers up to the north, but everyone's kind of saw a little bit of flurries earlier. But overall, temperatures are in the 30s to the 20s up to the north. We should be around in the mid to upper 40s to around 50 for this time of year. So later on, we do have the 50s coming back for Friday. I'll break down whether Easter looks dry. Do we have April Fool's snow in the forecast? I'll show that too, because that's coming up too, April 1st. So
I think you're just joking.
Yeah, you don't know.
Okay,
we'll see.
Okay, we'll see. Thanks, Greg. Former senior advisor to President Biden, Mitch Landrieu, visiting La Crosse today to highlight federally funded local infrastructure projects. Reynolds toured the MTU facility and learned more about the benefits electric buses have on the community. Landrieu says the improvements made to the MTU facility to accommodate the electric buses is a great example of taxpayer money going back into local communities.
The infrastructure bill actually is the first time that in 50 years that the federal government has taken a substantial amount of taxpayers' dollars and put them back exactly where the taxpayers said they wanted them.
The electric buses are a recent addition to the city, which was the first municipal system in Wisconsin to put an electric bus on the road. Well, bagged milk is no more. Quick Trip announcing they plan to discontinue the product in all stores beginning in May. The gas station has offered bagged milk for more than 40 years, but the company says customer preferences indicate a significant decline in demand for the product. CEO Scott Zitlow says discontinuing bagged milk will allow the company to, quote, focus on items that resonate more strongly with our guests. A new events facility is coming to the Forest Hills Golf Course. Today, a groundbreaking ceremony kicked off the start of the new addition. A group of volunteers helped fund the project through a series of fundraisers for the last 2 years. Although new, the pavilion will maintain historic significance by being built on the site of the old La Crosse Country Club clubhouse. It will feature a covered seating area for groups of up to 150 people. It will include a concession area for beverages, snacks, and a limited food menu. A setting for scenic views of the golf course and Grandad Bluffs, Dave Clements, one of the volunteers who spearheaded the idea, can't wait to enjoy it with his golf mates.
We'll have a spot to sit and gather and tell stories about shots and just talk about life. And so I'm really excited about the opportunity to sit up there and maybe have a burger and a beer.
Commemorative displays for La Crosse PGA golf professional Don Iverson will be part of the project, as well as of Jim Webb, who was part of the planning committee but passed away suddenly. The pavilion is expected to be complete by this fall. If you happen to notice a lot of emergency vehicles going in and out of La Crosse Central High School tomorrow morning, you do not need to be alarmed. The school is hosting a disaster drill training session tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Officials from the school and Gunderson Health System and the La Crosse Police and Fire Departments will take part in the training session. Officials say the training will help all agencies know what to do if a similar situation happens in real life. So, a reminder, if you see emergency vehicles at La Crosse Central High School tomorrow morning, there's no need to notify authorities because it is just a drill. The NTSB is analyzing the data recorder from the ship that struck Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge before it collapsed. The latest on the investigation and recovery efforts when we come back.
Does your roof look great from the ground, but yet it's still leaking? We see roofs every day that look great, but the important details weren't done correctly. With the average cost of a replacement roof being north of $25,000, that might not be what you need. Let one of our specialists give you a free 16-point inspection and let you know exactly what's really wrong with your roof and show you how we can restore it, saving you thousands. Remember, when you think roofing, think Larson, Wisconsin's best roofing experience.
A woman is someone who gets mad at you for something you did 3 years ago. A woman, someone who makes you check every door and lock in the house after she just checked every door and lock in the house. I hear something. Honey, the only person who wants to kill you is already in the house.
For the second year in a row, Chevy Equinox has been ranked by J.D. Power #1 in new vehicle quality for compact SUVs. In other words, it's really good, right from the start. Chevy Equinox.
Do that again.
Connected by OnStar. Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models, or get $1,500 cash allowance. Plus, current Chevy owners get an additional $1,000 cash allowance.
Visit hometownchevy.com.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
Getting up to 5% back is easy at Fleet Farm. Fleet Rewards members can earn up to 5% back on every purchase, in-store and online. The earnings stack up automatically. The more you buy, the more you earn. No rebates, no coupons, no hassles. And Fleet Rewards membership is easy, so sign up now and start earning up to 5% back on everything you need for everyday life at Fleet Farm. Some exclusions apply.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. expect more.
There is a massive coordinated response going on in Baltimore to find the bodies of 6 men thrown into the water when a cargo ship lost power and hit the Francis Scott Key Bridge, causing it to collapse. There is also a multi-governmental effort to try to ease the economic impact from one of America's busiest ports being shut down. Natalie Brand has more details.
A dangerous and intense recovery effort continues to locate the construction workers who were on the Francis Scott Key Bridge at the time of its collapse. That includes Miguel Luna, a husband and father of 3.
As we've moved now to a recovery effort, the same commitment that I make to the families is we are going to use every asset to bring them a sense of closure.
The NTSB remains in the early stages of investigating what happened on board the Dolly cargo ship as it left the Port of Baltimore overnight Tuesday, then hit a support column of the landmark bridge. The NTSB will begin interviewing personnel and analyzing evidence from the ship, including the voyage data recorder.
What I hope to release later today is a timeline of events, data that we have that we can provide to the public to show what was occurring immediately prior to the strike.
For now, the Port of Baltimore is closed to ship traffic as crews examine the area and then work to clear the channel.
And there are underwater surveys that are happening by remotely operated vehicle. Divers will be in the water today to complete that underwater survey.
Baltimore's port is one of the busiest on the East Coast and the nation's #1 hub for importing and exporting vehicles.
The Port of Baltimore is an important port, so for our supply chains and for all the workers who depend on it for their income, we're going to help to get it open as soon as safely possible.
Maryland's governor says the port directly employs about 15,000 workers and more than 100,000 indirectly. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Baltimore.
Now, the Navy announced it's moving 3 heavy lift cranes to Baltimore to help clear the bridge debris and open up the ship channel. A lawyer for Sean P. Diddy Combs strongly criticizing the raids at 2 of the hip-hop mogul's homes in a federal sex trafficking investigation. Hours after the raid started, Combs was seen walking around Miami Opa-locka Airport, according to TMZ, which obtained this video. Later at the same airport, authorities arrested Combs' associate, Brendan Paul, and charged him with drug possession. In a civil lawsuit filed against Combs by former music producer Rodney Jones, Paul was accused of being a drug and gun mule who allegedly aided Combs in sex trafficking. Tuesday, Diddy's lawyer called the law enforcement action, quote, nothing more than a witch hunt based on meritless accusations made in civil lawsuits. But a former federal prosecutor says the searches wouldn't have happened if the feds didn't believe they would find evidence.
They've decided this is worth a lot of resources across the country. So once they've done these searches, they have evidence to follow up on. And if they've got it, they'll move on it.
Now, even though Combs has not been publicly named as a target of the investigation, he says he's now prepared to fight to clear his name. One lucky winner is more than $1 billion richer. The advice the New Jersey lottery director has for anyone that wins big.
We have dry and warming up conditions through Friday, but we do have some chances of rain coming maybe late Easter weekend. I'll break down when we might see that, how long it'll last, and what the temperatures look like as we go into your Easter weekend. That all coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
There's no comfort like the comfort found in a Stressless, and now is the perfect time to get spring savings on the complete line of Stressless furniture, available only at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll get $200 off all Stressless recliners, power recliners, and office chairs. Plus, receive $200 off per seat on sofa and sectional groups. That's a savings of $600 on a sofa. Just imagine the savings on your dream sectional. Stressless furniture designed with the most innovative comfort technologies. On sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Things have sure changed since Osseo Automotive had its roots 100 years ago.
But one thing remains the same: our commitment to service and great deals at Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet. We have a huge selection of new Ford F-150s in stock, like this new demo F-150 for just $48,400. Or financing as low as 1.9% for 72 months. Osseo Automotive is Osseo Ford and Nels Gunderson Chevrolet in Osseo, Rudy's in Whitehall, and Fountain City Ford.
They say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Well, they are correct.
Enjoy one of our tasty bagel sandwiches paired with a caramel frappe.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by
Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics. Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Expect more from local politics this election year. Go to news8000.com/elections to hear from the candidates themselves. Complete and fair. News 8 Now. Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
One lucky ticket matches the numbers in Tuesday's Mega Millions lottery drawing with a jackpot worth an estimated $1.1 billion, the 8th largest in U.S. history. That made ShopRite Liquor in Neptune, New Jersey, a popular store today. It sold the winning ticket matching all 6 numbers and the gold mega ball. Saker ShopRite CEO Richard Saker was on hand to accept a $30,000 bonus check on behalf of the store. And the director of the New Jersey Lottery offered some advice for the lucky ticket holder.
If you are the winner, I encourage you right now, sign the back of the ticket, take a picture of it, make a copy of it, and put it in a safe place. Tell only your closest loved ones that you were this lucky winner, and then I would urge you, go out and talk to a lawyer and maybe a financial advisor.
Important advice indeed. The cash option for the winning ticket is $537.5 million. Well, as mentioned, it was cooler today and it will be tomorrow, but it looks like a 50-degree Easter weekend, Greg. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Yeah, I wish I would have looking forward to that 1-point-some billion too. It would have been nice too. But he can come talk to me. I'll give him some advice too. But yeah, we do have warmer conditions on the way, especially as we go through Friday and the weekend. But it's still be kind of chilly tomorrow. We'll be in the 40s, maybe some 30s still, not quite average. 50s come back Friday. We do have some showers coming through Friday night that may linger into Saturday morning. Not a huge amount of precipitation with this, and so something for your evening activities to keep in mind of. It's not going to be a all-day, all-night type of rainfall that's going to go on. But for tonight, really going to start losing more of the cloud cover as you wake up. With temperatures still dropping back down into the teens and actual 20s. We should be about the mid to upper 20s this time of year. So still pretty chilly as you wake up. But then we'll have plenty of sun tomorrow after some morning low stratus or even some pockets of fog could form. We should see plenty of sun. Temperatures warm up to the mid to upper 30s by noon. Many areas will be in the low to mid 40s by tomorrow, except further north may still struggle to get out of the 30s with this cold northwest wind yet. But overall will be a little bit improvement, but still below average. And then clearing skies going to Thursday. Winds will start turning around because we have a system that'll be approaching, as I mentioned, that rainfall that could happen Friday night. So they'll come out of the southeast. So Friday definitely will be the warmest day that we've had in a while. We'll see temperatures rise quickly with those winds turning around. And then this system comes through with the warm front kind of staying right to our south. That provides a little bit of a spark for some showers. I think the bulk of it will stay south and or progress further east. But once again, we will see some go through Friday night. And not a lot of amounts, but something to keep in mind of. Then Saturday and going into Easter, we should be fairly dry as we go through. There's another system that will be coming for Easter, but most of the day, Saturday into Sunday, should be dry as we look at temperatures pretty much in the mid-40s up to the north to maybe low 50s further south. As we go through next week, we mentioned that system that will be approaching by the later half of Easter Day Sunday. It's coming up from the west. It'll kind of progress eastward. We'll start seeing rain chances increase as we go through Sunday afternoon and then evening. You're still fairly dry, and then by Sunday night, a lot of precipitation spreads across the area as this wave kind of cuts across the area. This will probably change back and forth exactly where this kind of pans out, but Monday looks still pretty wet in conditions. Right now this has slipped a little bit further south, so areas to the north maybe not quite as wet. And then comes into Monday and Monday night weather. We'll see a changeover back to maybe some snow. That's still a potential this time of year anytime you have precipitation at night. If it does, it won't amount to too much, but that's what we're looking for. Snow-wise, there's a spattering of maybe 3 inches plus potential there for Monday and Tuesday. So there's some uncertainty if we'll see some snow with that further north you go potential, but we'll update that as we get closer. But that won't impact Easter. That's more into Monday and Monday night. But for tonight, still pretty chilly out there. Teens up to the north, maybe some low 20s to the south. A little bit of a wind chill there early with that west wind. Tomorrow, more sun, so temperatures should warm up to the upper 40s south. Still struggling to get to the mid-30s up to the north. And then Friday, everyone should get pretty much into the 50s before that rain chance comes Friday night into early Saturday. Dry for the most part Saturday through most of Sunday, Easter Day Sunday. And then we have that rain potential coming back Sunday night into Monday, and that could come into maybe some snow coming through there. So Easter looks fine. Those are about where we should be for temperatures, but overall still travel looks pretty good.
So Sunday's good for outdoor Easter egg hunting.
Might have a little bit of shower in the afternoon, but that chance is still fairly low.
Okay, sounds good. Well, what if your used chewing gum could help save the world? Researchers in London are trying just that with prototypes of eco-friendly take-home test kits. We'll take a look in just a bit.
Proper installation of your new windows make a difference. The team at Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions are factory trained to make sure your windows are installed to last. Call or stop into the showroom for your free estimate.
We've done many renovations. We bought an old house and have made it into an up-to-date house. Whenever anything involves plumbing, the first call I make is to Maxwell White. Their technicians put together a great final product.
Toma Health Warren's Clinic provides convenient care for minor illnesses and injuries.
We offer same-day and next-day appointments, mostly for urgent care, non-life-threatening conditions, things like colds, coughs, urine infections, sore throat, ear infections. The staff are completely awesome. We are a small group, and so we're very much a family, and we hope that when people come, they feel that same environment as well. Toma Health Warren's Clinic offers convenient quality care when you need it most.
It's spring bonus season. Time to take control of your spring in a new Ford SUV. Get started with exclusive spring bonus offers at your local Northland Ford dealers. Then own the season behind the wheel of your new Ford. Whether you're looking for new adventures or dominating the day-to-day, there's a Ford SUV waiting for you at your local Northland Ford dealers. Get in the driver's seat today. Now get a Ford Edge or Explorer with 1.9% financing for 66 months, plus $3,000 flex by cash. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to hit the road, tackle the yard, or start a new project, we get you the right products at the right prices. Like 20-pound bags of Blaine's brand black oil sunflower seed, just $12.99. These Scott's Turf Builder products start at $64.99 after sale and mail-in rebate. All Longfield spring bulbs, 15% off. And all Bucket Boss tool bags and accessories, 20% off. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Whether it's a bathroom remodel or comprehensive plumbing services, we at Maxwell White strive to keep our neighbors safe and comfortable in their homes, offering honest, upfront pricing on every service, all backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. Call Maxwell White today.
See the stories you missed or watch them again on our YouTube page. Or find us at news8000.com. Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Scientists in Europe have found a new way to tackle plastic pollution, and you could find it stuck to the bottom of your shoe. That's gross. Researchers hope chewing gum can play a part in cutting down on waste. Ian Lee reports from London.
Bubblegum could help save the planet by popping our problem with single-use plastic. British scientists see it as part of the solution to the waste from billions of medical tests taken at home each year.
There's not only the COVID test, but also the pregnancy test, infectious disease. It's even used in veterinary medicine.
Researchers are creating prototypes of eco-friendly devices from not just recycled gum, but also old fridge parts and limestone. Once the plastic waste is gathered, it's broken down and turned into tiny pellets. From there, it's shaped and molded into tests.
We have the machinery, the skill sets, and all the knowledge that we need to be able to turn this into a mass-produced item.
Researchers say home tests meant to keep people healthy are harming the planet, producing about 18,000 tons of waste worldwide each year.
But those same devices are also contributing to a growing burden of plastic pollution globally that's ending up in our oceans, ending up in our soil, that is being burned and contributing to carbon emissions.
By using recycled materials, scientists believe they could cut the carbon footprint for production by up to 50%, creating a healthier you and a greener planet. And it all started with a stick of gum. Ian Lee, CBS News, London.
European regulators have given researchers the green light to start trials and the eco-friendly tests. Who would have thunk that gum could play such a role in some science experiments? We'll have another look at tonight's forecast after the break.
During the spring savings event, save up to $800 on the Beautyrest Black Collection. It's for a limited time, so shop for the best selection only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Does your roof look great from the ground, but yet it's still leaking? We see roofs every day that look great, but the important details weren't done correctly. With the average cost of a replacement roof being north of $25,000, that might not be what you need. Let one of our specialists give you a free 16-point inspection and let you know exactly what's really wrong with your roof and show you how we can restore it, saving you thousands. Remember, when you think roofing, think Larson, Wisconsin's best roofing experience.
The Honda you want is here. Get a great offer on the stylish HR-V or the Civic. Which car and driver called fun to drive? There's never been a better time to drive in the moment with Honda. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or hurry into your local Honda dealer today.
March is Theater Education Awareness Month, and the La Crosse Community Theater has partnered with La Crosse Schools to provide our youth with a magical experience of theater regardless of financial circumstances. The Star Academy summer camps are designed for both new and experienced youth performers and technicians. Our teachers are dedicated to building confidence, cultivating empathy, and expanding creativity. Find out more at lacrossetheater.org.
During the spring savings event, save up to $800 on the Beautyrest Black Collection. It's for a limited time, so shop for the best selection only at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
All right, tonight still kind of chilly. We should be in the mid to upper 20s, but more around 20 for La Crosse. Other areas will be in the teens, up to the north, maybe even approaching 10. A little bit of a wind chill, less cloud cover. Tomorrow, our temperatures do moderate a little bit back into the 40s. By the time we get to Friday, we have that system approaching. Winds turn around. We should be back in the 50s, which is not far from average. Some rain Friday night. The weekend looks overall dry, except maybe the second half of Sunday. We'll keep an eye on.
All right, stay warm tonight and stay hopeful for the next coming days. We're going on up. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you at 6.